Hi everyone, myself Sidraju, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. Here I am going to discuss about alkenes. It is for the BSc first semester and title of the paper is Chemistry 1 DSc 2A. In this session, I am going to discuss particularly about the mechanism of electrophilic addition reactions of alkenes. So before going to discuss with the mechanism, let me consider what is meant by electrophilic addition reaction. It is very simple. A reaction in which a substrate is initially attacked by an electrophile and the overall result is the addition of one or more relatively simple molecules across a multiple bond is called electrophilic addition reaction. The best examples for the electrophilic addition reaction are oxymercuration reduction, hydroboration oxidation and epoxidation. Now let me consider each of them in detail. The first one is oxymercuration reduction reaction. This reaction is used to produce alcohols. So we know about the addition of water to alkene in the presence of acid catalyst to produce an alcohol. So here in this technique or in this process, we are not employing any acidic catalyst. Simply we are adding water to the alkene to give an alcohol. This reaction does not involve any rearrangement, as it doesn't involve the formation of carbocation during the reaction. The most important point to be considered in oxymercuration reduction reaction is it involves the addition of water to the double bond in accordance with the Markovnikov's rule. And this reaction proceeds in two steps. The step 1 is called oxymercuration. It involves the reaction between an alkene and mercuric acetate. As a result of this, the alkene converts into organomercuric compound. The second step is the reduction. The organomercuric compound formed during the reaction is made react with a reducing agent like sodium borohydride, and it reduces organomercuric compound to an alcohol. You just consider the reactant and product. You carefully look at these two. It is simply an addition of water molecule to the double bond of an alkene in accordance with the Markovnikov's rule to give a alcohol. Then how does this reaction proceeds? Let us consider a mechanism. So in the first step, the mercuric acetate dissociates to give mercuric cation and acetate ion. The mercuric cation formed is very electrophilic in nature and gets attacked by the multiple bond. Here I have taken an alkene. The pi electrons of the multiple bond attacks the mercuric cation and it forms an intermediate. It is a resonance stabilized 3-membered ring which is called mercuranium ion. In the resonance hybrid of the mercuranium ion, both the mercury and the carbon is going to have a partial positive charge. It is either like this or it is like this. See here, the mercury and this carbon is having a partial positive charge. So because of the ring strain and the presence of partial positive charge, this intermediate becomes more reactive and gets attacked by the water. The water may attack either this carbon having a partial positive charge or this carbon having a partial positive charge. Usually the attack occurs at the more substituted carbon of the bridged mercuranium ion, because this charge, the charge on this carbon, is stabilized by the positive inductive effect of this CH3 group. Now let me consider that. See, this is the intermediate formed. The water molecule attacks the most substituted carbon of this intermediate and displaces the bonded pair of electron towards the mercury. Then water abstracts the proton from this and gives organomercurial alcohol. The organomercurial alcohol formed is made react with a sodium borohydride. It is a reducing agent. it reduces the acetate mercury group and replaces with hydrogen to give a final product. Here it is 2-propanol. So this is how oxymercuration reduction reaction proceeds. Now consider one more interesting reaction, hydroboration oxidation reaction. It is also used to produce alcohol. This reaction also does not involve a rearrangement as there is no formation of carbocation during the reaction. And the most important point is hydroboration oxidation involves the addition of water to the double bond in accordance with the anti-Markovnikov's rule. And this reaction proceeds in 2 steps. The first step is hydroboration. It involves the addition of borane to the double bond of an alkene in the presence of THF to give alkyl borane. Actually, this borane exists naturally as a diborane. It is a toxic, flammable and explosive gas. So, borane industrially available in ether and THF as borane THF complex. The second step is oxidation. So, the alkyl borane formed is reacting with hydrogen peroxide in the presence of base like sodium hydroxide and gets converted into alcohol. Then how does this reaction proceeds? Let us have a look at the mechanism. The first step involves the addition of borane to the double bond of an alkene through a concerted process because the bond breaking and bond making takes place at the same time. So you just look at this carefully. When we add borane to the double bond, we can add it in 2 different ways. The first way we can guess is the hydrogen atom of the borane is attached to the most substituted carbon of the alkene and it gives this transition state. In the another way, the hydrogen atom of the borane is added to the less substituted carbon of the alkene and gives this transition state. So among these 2 transition states, this one is more stable because the partial positive charge is presented on the most substituted carbon of the alkene and it gives a alkyl borane. So in this alkyl borane, the boron is attached to 2 hydrogen atoms. So the alkyl borane reacts with one more molecule of alkene and gets converted into dialkyl borane. Still it is having one hydrogen. So dialkyl borane reacts with one more molecule of alkene and converts into trialkyl borane. So in the step 2, hydrogen peroxide converts into hydrogen peroxide ion in the presence of a base. The hydrogen peroxide ion formed attacks the electron deficient boron of the trialkyl borane and gets converted into this product. So in the second step, the 1,2 alkyl shift occurs and it decreases the electron density on the boron. And then the another nucleophile OH- attacks the electron deficient boron and displaces the bonded pair of electron towards the oxygen and it gives a species in which the oxygen is having a negative charge. And this negatively charged oxygen will abstract a proton from the water molecule and gets converted into alcohol. This is the final product. So this is how hydroboration oxidation reaction proceeds. Let us have a look at another important reaction, that is epoxidation. It is an electrophilic addition of oxygen to the double bond of an alkene to form a epoxide. Let us consider this reaction. I have taken an alkene, the general form of an alkene. When it is made react with a peroxy acid, it converts into epoxide, which is also called as oxirane. The reagent usually we are employing here is peroxybenzoic acid. Then how does the conversion takes place? Have a look at the mechanism. The double bond of this alkene is our nucleophile, so which attacks the electrophilic oxygen of the peroxy acid and the weak oxygen-oxygen bond breaks up to form a new carbonyl group. See, you just observe this. The double bond will attack the more electrophilic oxygen of the peroxy acid, and this weak bond between the oxygen and oxygen breaks up to give a new carbonyl group. Once the carbonyl group is formed, the rearrangement takes place and releases the electrophilic oxygen to become a ring member of the epoxide. So this is how epoxidation proceeds. So far I have discussed about the oxymercuration reduction, hydroboration oxidation and the epoxidation along with the mechanism. Hope you understood the concept. Thank you very much.